I'm gonna show you something new and different. This is a system in Claude Code that has boosted my productivity like never before. Yeah, Claude Code, you hear that well, but I'm not a developer, which means you can use the same system and boost your productivity with it too. You will see it's a lean system with AI doing the heavy lifting for you. If you're already using ChatGPT or Claude and feeling more productive, good, but Claude Code with the right system will push you to another level. In this video, I will demo live how Claude Code system keeps me focused on the right things, support me to follow consistent routines with less frictions, maintains my strategic alignment across weeks and months, and helps me do more and better with teams of AI agents. Before I demo the system, I will share with you the principle I learned over my career and that are the foundation of this system. You will discover in 4 minutes what took me 20 years to refine and validate. Then I will show you the real stuff, how I use this daily, no fake, no theory, the real deal. If you want to know more about the systems, check in my school community, CCGG. The link is in the description below. Without waiting further, let's dive in. We're not here to waste time. 13 no BS productivity principle that got me results. I've grouped these 13 principles into 4 categories that work together and complement each other. The first category, foundation philosophy, matters because these are core beliefs that make everything else work. Without these, you're building on sand. The first one is the entropy principle. Here, forget perfect. It will necessarily be messy. That's the law of nature. Time spent perfecting things is just a waste of time. It's okay to suck at 99% as long as you nail the only 1% that matters right now. Principle number 2, no friction creates sustainable discipline. The easier it is to do the right thing, the more likely you will do it consistently. So remove friction. High friction kills discipline no matter how motivated you are. So identify friction, remove that. Third principle, the Spartan rule. Lean, one obsession, and brutal elimination. Actively work to keep things as simple and lean as possible. Simplicity beats complexity every time. Focus on one thing. I know that's really hard to focus on one thing, but you should. Ignore the rest and be at ease with that. Brutally eliminate anything that reduces your lean operation and doesn't contribute to your obsession. Once again, it's an ideal, it's really hard, but force yourself. Be a Spartan. Category number 2, execution mechanics. It matters because philosophy doesn't execute. These are the tactical rules that turn principles into actions and then results. The breaking constraint principle. Stop overthinking all that's imperfect and could be better. Find the main constraint or bottleneck and remove it. Then load the system hard. So the next true constraint appears and solve that. Next principle. Today, ignore tomorrow's problems. These tomorrow's problems, they can't happen if you haven't solved the today's problem first. So many times we are overthinking and anticipating problems that may never happen. Doing so, we're burning mental power on irrelevant noise. Next principle, input over output. Pay attention to the volume of the right input, not the output. Trust the causality law. The right inputs will lead to the right outputs. And actually, you control the inputs. You rarely control the outputs. And the cool stuff with the inputs is that you can easily measure them. Now, the million-dollar question is knowing what the right input is. Next principle, do the work, whatever the friction, the motivation, and the mood. So massively deliver the only input that matters for your tactical and strategic focus at the right volume and intensity. Forget everything else. Next category, strategic layer. It matters because execution without strategy is just busy work. This principle ensures you're working on the right things consistently. First principle, tactical focus, strategic focus. So strategic focus is mandatory. Tactical focus is more nuanced. It's okay to launch parallel work, especially with AI workers. Let them work and then you can review sequentially. So that's okay to do parallel stuff at a tactical level, as long as it's aligned with strategic focus. I call that fire and forget, but come back. Which means you give work to your AI teams, they execute or validate. This is really the CEO mindset. You delegate, you reorient, you verify, and you validate. Next principle, the third I principle. You need to measure in an objective manner your inputs, your activity, your effort, or you can't really evaluate your productivity. It's not about feeling here. Obviously, what gets measured gets managed and can be improved. Next, the power of routine. Fast morning planning, weekly and monthly planning under time constraints is mandatory. With the system I will show you, we can implement that very easily. I love to do also evening assessment and weekly assessment. There are super useful routines too. That's the third I principle in action. Final category, energy boosters. Why they matter? They are what keeps you sane and sustainable long term. So first principle is strategic alignment prevents wasted work. When you work on everything that you know will serve your main goal, there is no internal conflict. And every hour of work feels productive and constructive because it's contributing to the main objective. Next principle, mind peace, knowing you're working on the right stuff, knowing there is continuity. And this continuity aspect is really key. No lost work, no forgotten projects, complete traceability. This gives you peace of mind that is priceless. So many times I started some work and I just forget about it and I started again. It's so draining, but with the system I'll show you, we end that. Finally, self-discipline equal freedom. Joko Willink has been a huge influence for me years ago. And so systems are there to help you maintain that discipline with low friction. It reduces friction. And when discipline becomes easier, it's not easy, but when it becomes easier, you're truly free. Now I will show you how my Claude Code system multiplies my productivity. I work with it as a CEO with multiple teams of agents organized in departments, like a normal business. I will walk you through how I work with these different departments across the day to stay focused, do more, and apply the principles you just saw. First department, the executive office. I use that to plan my work every day, every morning, and also at the beginning of every week and at the beginning of every month. And so the cool stuff with the executive office, it's that it has access to all my projects, all my work, all the log of what I did with Claude Code during a given period of time, as well as my plan and strategic plan. And so every morning, this is how it looks like. Every morning, I start with a daily roadmap. So that's the daily roadmap of yesterday, Monday. And I just ask that, and then I go have a coffee and it does everything, like checking a bunch of files, project and so on. And then it gives me the roadmap. And so it gives me the one thing, which is the main goal of the day, then some critical path, because then after it will split tasks between 3 tiers. Tier 1 is must complete. Tier 2 is if I have time. And tier 3 are really not necessary, not mandatory. And then he explained to me the execution strategy, why it works, what success looks like. So that's my daily roadmap. And actually here I have the full details here. If I want to read further, it always gives me a summary. If I need to have the details, it's there in this file. And that's it. Now I'm good to go. And I can work on the main things. I can, of course, challenge that if I need, or I can give additional context and rework the data roadmap. But here, I'm not forgetting what I've started before and what I should finish. Okay, I have continuity in my work, days after days, weeks after weeks, and that's what keep me in check. And I have this layer of prioritization. It's both strategic and prioritized, and that's why I like it. It has helped me so much in terms of productivity. It's just a game changer. Then, if I want to do a weekly planning, I can just ask, hey, I'd like you to do a strategic analysis of the next week, what we should focus on, with a clear plan to execute day by day, day after day. And so it's collecting information from different sources inside the system, and it will do the analysis with day-to-day, day-by-day execution roadmap, as well as identify critical paths and dependencies. And once again, that's a very effective way to do strategic planning for the week, for the months, and for the quarter. So many times I've been drawn with, many tools, Taskade, Notion, all these tools to organize your tasks. They have the tendency to grow in complexity. And at the end of the day, for me, it was overwhelming. I was spending more time tweaking the tools than actually doing the job. And also I have the tendency to make stuff more complicated if the tool allows me to do this. And so, yeah, really Notion, all these tools didn't serve me very well because it was heavily relying on manual maintenance, I would say, and filling stuff manually. Whereas with such system, everything is tracked automatically. And this is the data layer to do strategic planning, daily prioritization, daily roadmap, and so on. And that's why it's such a powerful system, because now I can have this habit of planning every day, every week, every month, but without any friction, relying entirely on the AI-powered system and all the data it has access to. Okay, so now that's the strategic analysis of the week to come, with the wins, the critical gap, the pattern recognition, with a video perfectionism blocking execution, energy management breakdown, launch strategy validated, the strategic priorities, the one thing for the week, my week execution, day by day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, etc. Then capacity reality check, the daily estimate work, the critical success factor, what success looks like, very important, expected outcomes, strategic alignment, being sure that the plan is aligned with my strategy, some risk mitigation, key insight and recommendations. Okay, but I could say, hey, it's overwhelming. Help me focus on what really, really matters. Let's apply the brutal prioritization framework. And then it's calling an agent that's help me prioritize my work and apply the brutal prioritization framework. And that's it. Now I have my brutally prioritized action plan with must do, with kill list, with my new week simple version, and the brutal truth. The brutal truth being I do a disservice and a disfavor to my annual members because I'm not showing you this opportunity that is Claude Code OS. And my annual members are buying me, not my Hollywood production, because my video perfectionism has cost me 2 days. That's bad. And so stop editing, start DMing. Okay, so I should reach out to my annual member, which I will do, of course, because once again, I must show them what's possible because it's so helpful. Okay, the second department is operation. There is another routine I do daily. It's the productivity assessment. I do it daily and weekly. At the end of each day, I ask, was I productive during this day? And same at the end of the week. So let's see how it looks like. And also with my operations department, I can manage my active projects. Like typically yesterday, Monday, I did a productivity assessment. And so it did it automatically. I just gave context, saying what I did, top of the mind, without too much details. And then I ask, generate the productivity assessment. And so it does its stuff, collect the right information about what has been done during the day, automatically, and then explain what happened today. I did this, I edited the Claude Code mastery course, published a YouTube video, did some promotion of the video, but all this wasn't done. And so productivity assessment 6 on 10. What I did well, it took me 6 hours to edit this video. That what helped me back, the time estimation breakdown, I changed priority, I delayed the launch, my current launch by 2 days, and I didn't work on my VSL, which on the about page of the community. And so it has spotted some pattern. Editing, detail work consumed my capacity. Recording deferred for a second consecutive day. Yeah, I didn't record my VSL. I didn't record another video, the unboxing video, which is the current video I'm currently recording. And so tomorrow is recovery day and some advice to have more productivity tomorrow. Record the about page in the morning, record the unboxing video in the afternoon, send DMs at the end of the afternoon. And if I'm successful, I can reach 8.5 on 10 Tuesday. And this is what success would look like. And then key discipline, record first in the morning, no editing until recording is done. And then because my OS is cheerful with me, rest well, you ship the major asset today. Tomorrow, you record the revenue assets. 5 days less, let's execute. Okay, so that's what a productivity assessment looks like. I like finishing my day with this, having the brutal truth, and being, so many times we think, hey, we're working hard and so on, and actually we're just busy. We're not working on the right stuff. Like with this guy, if I'm not working on the right stuff, I will know it immediately, and then it's up to me to change course. And I love that. Now, let me show you about project management. Hey, I'd like to have a quick review of the ongoing project we're working on. Keep it really short, like just list them, current status, next actions. And that's it. I have my quick project overview. I have some active program, I have some incubated programs, I have the key action of the week. As simple as that. If I want to add some details, if I want to change things, if I want to realign some priorities, I can do it, no problem. But here it's a very effective way to have a quick overview about the ongoing projects. That's super useful. Okay, the next department is the AI Growth Engine OS. It's the strategic department. It's my strategic advisory. It's such an important part of the business. I will show you exactly how it looks like, but just before that, it helps you be absolutely clear about the key component of your business. And you use it with your business operating system inside Claude Code so that you ensure that everything you're doing, one, can use the best information, contextual information from your business, and two, can check that everything you're doing is aligned with this, your priorities and what your business is. Let me show you what it looks like inside Claude Code. Okay, so that's my AI Growth Engine. It's a system with a knowledge base, and there are several different files here. I have files about me, my story, who I am, my vision, my value, etc. that define the brand. I have a strategic layer in this knowledge file that define my category, my unique positioning, which is lean GPT business, which means operating a business with maximum leverage using AI, in particular AI-powered system and AI workers, focusing on the right bottleneck, on the right priorities inside the business, keeping everything as simple as possible, the 4L framework, low human, low complexity, low capital, low tech, and everything set up with the goal of being free, mentally free, allocating your mind to what you want, time free, allocating your time the way you want, geography free, being able to operate, work, live everywhere you want, and financially free, which is the key component that allows everything else as well. So this is my strategic positioning is described here. And each time, it's significant knowledge file. Then there are information about what CCGG is, what my product, my offer, my community is. Of course, there are some files about my funnel, which is how do I find the right fit for my offer and my vision as well, and how I convert them and etc. So my funnel, basically my sales process, if you like. Then I have one which is a strategy for CCGG, which is what is my strategic vision for CCGG and how I'm currently developing this business. Then, of course, the definition of my ideal customers, most likely you, if you're watching this video, and some unique selling proposition related to the offers inside CCGG. In the CCGG community, there is a full course explaining this framework as well as how to implement it. But basically, it's a framework that comes from my 20 years experience in business and also the many influences I had from business experts. And that covers for me the key element in the business that describe how you attract customers, convert them, satisfy them by delivering superior service and product, and then upsell them, okay? And it's described according to very specific frameworks. Once again, it's not just PDF, it's not just a bunch of text and so on. It's really tactically designed, I would say. I spent a lots of time to perfect the frameworks, and now it's really easy for you to implement it, thanks to this time I've spent for you. Don't thank me. So what's the purpose of this? It's plugged in my operating system, which means everything I do in my operating system has access to this knowledge, can check alignment or can pull information from it. It's super useful here. I can ask pretty much any question about my business. That's not the purpose of it, except if I need a refresher. But that's a good way to demo it. Hey, could you explain to me in like 10 lines the unique positioning of CCGG and what Darren does? And that's it. I have my unique positioning. Lean GPT entrepreneurship. That's new business model. We run freedom-driven online businesses using specialized teams of custom GPTs, AI agents, AI-powered systems to implement proven sales and marketing frameworks without needing technical skills and expensive tools. And the core promise is build a profitable, lean business that gives you real freedom, financial, geographical, time, not by hiring teams or using complex automation, but by deploying AI assistant teams you control and guide. The unique way, it's custom GPTs or AI agents, teams trained on proprietary frameworks that handle content, sales, marketing, delivery, workflows, and you still keep control, of course, while GPTs execute proven strategies faster and simpler. And what I'm showing you here, this is the same principle. We are in Claude Code and we are using AI agents, teams of AI agents, etc. So I won't go into the full details, but you can see how powerful it is because now any AI agent, any workflow, any project you work on inside Claude Code has access to these informations. Hey, if I want to give you an example, when I did the brutal prioritization previously in the video, you can see here, it has actually read my AI growth engine, reading the AI growth engine knowledge base, okay? So every work we do inside the CCGG business operation, pull information from the AI growth engine, the strategic layer. Okay, the next team is the content creation team. So it's the magnetic content OS with my different agents to craft content for the different channels. And so let's have a look at it. So that's the one. So here I have my agents to craft content for many different channels, lots of YouTube, but there are also some other for short content and a bunch of others, whatever. And so I'm using it to craft all my content. That's my content team. So these are the agents with the right frameworks working on crafting content for me. For instance, let's suppose I had a busy day, but I want to create content. I can say, hey, what are the current content ideas we need to create content for, and I haven't started yet. That's it. I have my five IDs: AI automation for coaches, custom GPTs monetization strategies, thought capture system, custom GPTs to Claude Code migration tutorial, school tier pricing or Mozimono, and then already complete Claude Code productivity transformation. And that's one I had to publish this week. So immediate priority, this. Okay. So now let's suppose I have an idea for a content. I have an idea for a content and I'd like to create content about what? Let me think about this. Okay, let's craft the following content. Hey, I'd like to craft a video about my conception of freedom, which is freedom means mentally free, time free. Oh, actually, no. Check in my AI growth engine my definition of freedom. And I like to use the Hegel citation quote about freedom and, the universal story and progress related to freedom. So find that and then craft a nice video script for YouTube that align with the principle of CCGG and what we do in CCGG. To be honest, it's a really bad way of capturing idea, but it's a bit late and so I don't have that much idea, but let's try this one. So just you can see how it works. So it will help me craft this, align with the principle. So you can see here it's reading files from my AI growth engine, my strategic layer. Then it will do a research about the Hegel citation I requested. So it find mentioned about freedom in my AI growth engine, obviously, but didn't find the Hegel citation. And so what it's doing here now, it's calling a first agent, which is the head of content creation that will distribute works among other agents. Then it's using my agent specialized in crafting script for long form video, YouTube video. Okay, so now it's finished. I have the complete YouTube script with my definition of freedom. Hegel philosophy is a famous quote being, the history of the world is none other than the progress of the consciousness of freedom, which aligned perfectly with my conception, by the way. His concept is that true freedom comes through self-determination and ownership. I'm aligned with that. So CCGG principle, the lean GPT business model, as a modern embodiment of the Hegel philosophical progression. Okay, maybe I wouldn't go that far, but hey, anyways. And then clear light of the script and so on. And then a fast review feature. The script starts with a conversational narrative overview, so I can understand the entire video flow. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah. So now we have the key point here. Oh, I like that. Connects Hegel's 3-stage progression and unconscious bondage, conscious bondage, true freedom to the entrepreneurial journey. That's a promising content, by the way. Strategic positioning, position you as a philosophical thought leader who understands that entrepreneurship isn't just practical, it's humanity's universal historical movement towards greater consciousness of freedom. Here you can see OBG alignment. It's my one obsessional big goal alignment. In my AI growth engine, my strategic layer, and in the AI growth engine frameworks, we set one big obsessional one big obsessional goal, and everything is checked against this big obsessional goal. Anyways, so now I need to save that in the output folder, and I would say yes, save that. And you know what? Actually, I just ramble some sort like top of the mind just to show you how the team is working. But actually, I think I have valuable content I will shot actually. We'll see if I have time. So it's a team of 8. And of course, what I will do then, it will save all this work because for the moment it's in the context of the agent that craft the script. So it will save it in the output folder where I sit my different YouTube videos projects. Some of them have been kind of delayed. I will review it and I will most probably give some feedback saying, hey, craft the hook in a better manner, or let's try different angles for the hook, or let's simplify this part, or let's remove that part. Okay, it's a teamwork once again. And in my philosophy of content, I really don't believe in automated content creation workflows for the type of content that I do and that people like me, like educators, I would say, or experts or consultants do. Why? Because it requires your touch. It requires your thinking. You cannot just rely on AI to do this. Fully AI automated content creation is perfectly fine for faceless TikTok channel or this kind of entertaining content. But for educational content or for expert content, you cannot rely on AI only. Okay, so that's why it's always a collaboration between you, the expert, the person with the vision, and your team of AI agents. Okay, so now we have everything. We have the video narrative overview. So that's the way I like to check my content. So here we have the complete package. Let's have an overview of it. We have the complete package. We have the video narrative. So I explain the flow of the video with the structure. We start with Hegel quote, freedom paradox, triple freedom frameworks, Hegel philosophy applied, lean GPT business as model embodiment, and universal history context CCGG CTA. Okay, and then there is the script with the hook, which start with Hegel. I like it, as a matter of fact. And then the different parts strategically crafted. Okay, let's check the outline here rather. So here we have the flow of the video, then some production notes, then some YouTube metadata. So in the title options, so we have several title options. So I should rework on that because they're okay, but why must entrepreneur never achieve real freedom? Hegel was right. That's actually a good one. Anyways, some thumbnail design concepts, some description for the YouTube, and pin comment, framework alignment, etc. So that was to show you how it looks like to work with a team of content creation agents. System number 5 or department number 4 is what I call my HR departments. This is the GPT Express OS that creates AI workers, agents, or custom GPTs for me. So let me show what it looks like. So that's my HR department with my agents that apply the GPT Express Mastery framework. It is this framework here. Let me show you that. This is the exact framework that I show in the foundations here, GPT Express Mastery. This is the this one here. This is the framework I've built now 2 years ago, and I've used for the 2 past years to create outstanding custom GPTs. And many people inside the CCTG they are using this framework to create outstanding custom GPTs. This is this exact framework that I've used to create hundreds of custom GPTs, and that you will also use if you do the challenge here, Master Custom GPT Creation. This is the frameworks you're using. Back in the day, I was using the frameworks plus specific custom GPTs, the one that are accessible in the Fractal toolbox, like this one, for instance, or this one here. So I was using these GPTs, and what I did, since the framework is so good and the GPTs were so good, I just turned them into agents inside Claude Code. I turned them into agents inside Claude Code. And so they are here, they know how to work, they know what to do, which means now each time I want to create a custom GPTs or AI agents from my Claude Code business operating system, I use my GPT Express Mastery OS, and I tell them what I want to do, and they will do it for me. If I give you an example, this one typically has been done by my team. I just said that I want to create a custom GPT that will receive description of the activity of a local business. Then from this activity, I want a GPT to be able to check the suburb around the business and build the right website with the right SEO optimized web page describing its service, etc. So I'm describing in a very basic and not very refined manner the GPT I want to create, or the agent I want to create. And then it refined my vision. It asked me some questions about my vision, and I should answer them. But what I did here, I said, hey, be smart, find the answer. And so I didn't want to spend time on this. And then what it will do, it will call the team of agent, purpose refiner, step 1 of the framework, refine purpose statement. So it has refined a purpose statement. Then agent number 2, knowledge researcher. So it has done a bunch of research to equip this agent with the right knowledge, right? Then process optimizer. So it is creating the process to do the job. And then once it's done, it has used prompt architect. It has created the perfect system prompt for it. Okay, that's the system prompt. That's the system prompt summary, actually. The system prompt is more sophisticated than that. And then it has compiled everything into the custom GPT package. And that's it. I have my GPT completed with system prompt, purpose statement, process, and then the knowledge base. If you check what it is, it's the SEO one. Where is it? That's the one. Here I have a refined knowledge base. You can see there are a bunch of files here with optimization, quick reference, decision trees. Okay, so that's SEO stuff. I know nothing about SEO. So that's knowledge base. Then there are no tools here, no need for tools. I could implement tools if I want, but I didn't. And then the system prompt is there, pretty beefy one. What do we have in that one? We have identity, primary capabilities, success metrics, operational boundaries, and then the framework to execute, multi-step process, knowledge-based integration, decision logic, a bunch of stuff. And it's good to go. It's ready to test and to refine, of course. I always refine my agent, but here I spend 1 minute explaining what I want, and I have something I can start testing right away. And that has been built using my framework, so it ensures that the level of quality, let's say in one run, is already super good. Now it's all about testing it, refining, and giving feedback. Guess what? When I'm giving feedback, when I'm working, I'm giving feedback right away to my GPT Express Mastery team so that they can work on the existing GPT or the existing agent and refine it, improve it, correct it. And so I can iterate way faster than doing it manually, obviously. And so that's super cool. That's really super powerful. This guy here, this team here is worth so much because I know so many people who are spending so much time crafting custom GPTs that are not that good. With this, they can go way faster. Anyways, all right, that's the tour. Let me recap the transformation, where I was and maybe where you are right now. I had scattered ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini sessions. I felt that I was starting from scratch every day, no continuity. Morning planning took a lot of time, and most of the time I wasn't doing it anyway because too much friction. I had many notes in different software or manual, and I had to read through them. So at the end of the day, I didn't do it because too much friction once again. Strategic drift was a real problem, and sometimes I could spend weeks working on stuff that at the end didn't matter that much. Some day I was super productive, some other day I was terrible, and I couldn't understand why. Or sometimes I didn't realize it because I didn't have any systems to keep me accountable, to keep me in check, and to give me the possibility to objectively see what I'm doing. I was forgetting about project. I was losing context. So many times I started again something that actually I had already worked on few weeks before. But where I am now, and maybe where you want to be, I have an integrated business operating system that is AI powered, that has persistent memory, that can track what I do, that get me in check, ensure I'm aligned with my strategic priorities, that can help me execute at a superior level, that can help me objectivize what I'm working on, what I'm doing, and help me implement in a better and faster manner, leveraging AI workers, my different department. And this is just the beginning, by the way. With this system, now I'm more disciplined. I do my morning planning every single day because it takes me 1 minute to launch and then 1 minute to read, and the system does the work. I do my daily productivity assessment because, once again, it's a real pleasure to end the day like this, being able to see what I did actually during the day and if there is any misalignment with my priorities. Now I can do strategic reviews weekly, monthly, strategic planning weekly, monthly. There is low friction. Why? Because I don't have to do it manually. I don't have to go through my notes or whatever. It's AI that does it for me. It wasn't possible before with just ChatGPT or just Claude or just Gemini. It's this system that I've built in Claude Code that allows me to do it. And really, that's the real shift. It's highly emotional because I went from anxiety and overwhelm to clarity and confidence. And the best part is this system is evolving with me. I can make it better in a very simple manner. Now, the experience is really, really enjoyable because I'm the CEO and I give works to my different department, my different AI teams, and they execute, and I can review what they do, and everything is tracked, everything is referenced, everything can be leveraged so that my work, all work with the AI agents, compounds while being aligned with the strategic priorities. I know I'm working on the right things, the right way, leveraging AI like mad, and I know I have a system that has my back, and that's priceless.